What is up, everybody? It is Gino. I am coming at you with a video on PFL 9, the 2022 playoffs. So, before we get started, hit my channel with a subscribe. It really helps me grow. We're growing every week, building a community, and you're getting free information that's helping you win some money. And, I don't see much content on PFL, but we ain't scared. We watch some film. We're looking at the numbers. We're going to make some good plays. We're going to make some money before the UFC fight. Now, we know Usman's going to smash Edwards, but that's a thought for something later or something before, really, because I did all my videos before this. Anyways, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave a comment. All right, first, I like Sutherland, the Vanilla Gorilla. He is plus 120, so I'm starting off with a dog, starting off a little bit gutsy, but he's 4-0, fighting a 1-0 Bablai. Bablai has been taking people out at the amateur level. He has one win that you don't really get to tell a whole bunch about him because he takes him out quick. I watched him. He looks pretty good, but he's also reckless in his fights. He can be a little crazy. He can put himself in bad situations. I watched one of his amateur fights. He got taken down just being stupid. He lets his hands down lower. I could see an experienced guy like Sutherland watching his tape, engaging him, and going ahead and taking advantage of that, sticking him in the face, putting him down under the 1.5. I really like the under in this fight, but I also could see myself playing the money line on Sutherland as well. I haven't put anything in yet because I don't have all the numbers available to me yet. The books have not dropped yet. All right, Simeon Powell, who is fighting a Fagundes, who is 7-0. Simeon Powell is 6-0. He is minus 175, and here's why. Look at that boy. He is 6'5", with an 80-inch reach, fighting a 6'1" opponent. That's a big dude to take on. 5 of his 6 wins have been by finish. They've been in round 1. But he can get takedowns. He can go the distance. He did it against Baker. But he can also get on your back and land a submission. He's a very well-rounded fighter. I like him at 175. I think he's a great parlay piece. Actually, now that I think about it, I could see myself going Sutherland and Powell just as like a two-legger parlay that would pay off pretty decent. All right, then now we have Dakota Dacheva versus Hasna Gaber. Now, Gaber is not good. She's slow. She's boring. I was about to fall asleep watching her fights on film. But we don't play a minus 900 Dakota. It's all risk, no reward. I saw a guy freaking play $30,000 on a minus 1,000 person, and I'm like, what are you doing? Anyways, Dakota will press you against the cage. She'll get you on the ground. She'll land a submission. She can get a KO, TKO, and she's got powerful striking. Now, she has multiple paths to victory, though, because she can do both. Now, I'm looking at the same game parlay, like maybe if I can get it, a Dacheva, getting it done, and then playing her on the money line and then seeing what the under would be. But I don't know. That minus 900 steep. But I also want to see what her finish props are. Maybe the round 1 submission, round 1 KO, TKO. They haven't been released yet, but that's something I'm waiting to look at. Iverson versus Odunjo. Now, this is an evenly matched fight. I think it should be closer to even money. These guys are very comparable. Iverson's 2-0 versus a 4-1 Odunjo. Now, Odunjo has the advantage of experience on his side, but if you watch Iverson, he lands good kicks. He has good striking. He can keep the distance, and he's fighting a guy in Odunjo who when guys put their hands down, I don't care who you're fighting, it puts you at risk. So with that being said, I like a guy like Iverson to be able to get him, and he's shown submission upside in his amateur cards, but he also can go the distance. I like him. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably play him on the money line, and that's it. But I don't think he's the worst dog play on the card. Bubba Jenkins, he is minus 330, rightfully so. He is fighting a very boring fighter in Kudo. Now, Kudo's got knockouts. I watched him put a guy out on film, but it's not like he's like overly aggressive and presses you. Jenkins, on the other hand, he will flurry you. He's got a good gas tank. He's aggressive. He'll get into you. He'll wear you down. He'll get control on the ground. He uses the cage well, and he could get a finish here, or he could just 3 rounds of just pure dominance and win. But either way, he is going to win. All right, now let's talk about some props I like before we get going. All right, we have Pacheco at plus 600 for submission, minus 675 on the money line. So I think that's where you can get a little bit of value. I'm not saying go crazy with it, but it could be a nice little play. Prop-wise, you have Harrison at plus 130 for a round 1 KO TKO. She is going to smash. She's the biggest favorite on the card. If you look at it, though, the under 1.5 is minus 220, which makes me like getting a plus money round 1 play. Harrison is also, if you don't like that, she's minus 120 to get a KO TKO at any time. And then finally, Laughlin is fighting a Chris Wade, who is minus 240, but I like him as a dog play, kind of, not a lot, but if I did anything, it'd be that play that 550 KO TKO, because I think that's how he wins. All right, guys, hey, that is it for the video. If you have any questions, hit me up. I just covered a few fights because I don't want to go crazy with this PFL card. I'm trying to save the juice for that UFC pay-per-view, Usman versus Edwards. But if you have any questions about either, hit me up at TheRealGZ9 on Twitter. I've got the link in the description. And also check out the DFS Army. And if you find yourself interested in it, it's great for NFL season coming around, that season-long and daily fantasy. Use my promo code to get 10% off the site for the entire time you are invested in the site. All right, guys, hey, I look forward to it, and let's have a great day of fighting.